I have a windsock on the microphone, so hopefully it's not picking up a lot of wind noise here. It's pretty windy here today. But okay, so starting off with the walk around, I've already taken still photos with an emphasis on any cosmetic blemishes and door panel alignment issues, which I'll be analyzing later at my desk. But let's go ahead and move on in here. Looking at the front bumper here, it is missing the front license plate bracket, but I'll check the trunk to see if it is in there. There's a slight color shade difference, or there's maybe a little bit more gloss on the bumper than I can see on the rest of the body. Let's go ahead and move on in here. Okay, the headlight lenses look decent. Okay, no major signs of cloudiness here. That's here. Then I think on the other side it's missing one, but we'll walk over there in a second. I just like to tap on the bumper a little bit here. Something is properly secured. Just some little gouges there. Gap looks decent here. And then on the left side lens looks good, and then it is missing the other washer jet right there. Here there's a little chip right there, and then you can see where the bumper is slightly pushed out. You can see where it's grooved there, and then here where it meets the fender, slightly out somewhat. Okay, so I'll just push that in, and then that's correct, and that's slightly out. Okay, a little rattly right there, so something going on there. We'll get some paint meter measurements here in a second. So I look at some more here. And let's go and start off with the here on the left side of the hood. So this meter here reads in the mils is 4.5, 5.5, 5.5, and 4.5. Looking at the left fender, 5.5, 5, 7, 7, 6.5. So a little thicker here as we approach the door. So I'm going to see what the door readings are here in a second. Let's just move on to the windshield before I go that far. I did wipe down the windshield because it was dirty, and when I did that, I did notice that there is a little crack there. I got a still photo of that, so I won't spend too much time on that. Looking at the dash, no obvious signs of cosmetic blemishes or any other issues. Just slightly faded. And then the public VIN, I've got a photo of that as well. I'll be checking the the windshield wiper operation later, but it is a little chipped up here, so that would need to get painted as well. All right, looking at the left door. Okay, 6.5, 6.5, 2. Wow, we get some erratic readings here. All right, let's try that again. 4, 3.5, 4.5. There we go. Okay, 5. All right. Outside mirror nicely secured. Don't see any scratch marks. Usually these get a little banged up. Right. Area looks good here. This little looks like a little chip right there. Another view here from this angle here. Let's see how the door opens and closes. Here we can see the glass to the top. Looks like it's nicely sealed. It doesn't hang up on there, and then it's closed. So nice solid close. It's nice. And then the window came down, and let's just verify that again. Yep, came down, and then back up again. Looks good here. Top, I'm not seeing any tears. Just a little bit of wear marks here, and here, and right here, but no cuts. Okay. Oh, let's get the quarter panel readings. 6.5, 6, 6.5. Here, it's kind of hard to see, and let me see if I can turn around here. There's actually a dent here. I can feel it with my glove, and I can see it if I catch the right lighting. It starts from here to here, and right here. When I rub my hand against it, I can feel the indentation there. It's kind of hard to see though. You have to catch it right at the right angle, and the lighting has to be just right. 7, 6.5, 6, 2. Wow, paint's really thin back here. So if you do get the car and you have it detailed, tell them to take it easy on that deck lid because the paint's pretty thin back there. There's a little crack mark in there, but it seems like it's not superficial, it's internal, because I can't even feel it with my fingernail. Bumpers look good. Okay, properly secured. Again, I have to keep on wiping the dust because it's super windy out here, so it's getting the car dirty as I wipe it down, because I already wiped it down once already before starting, and I try to keep it as clean as possible. So 8.5, so we're getting some higher readings here. 6, 5.5, 5, 5. And I have to keep on wiping it because I want to make sure it doesn't come out as a cosmetic blemish. Right, but it's real smooth. Here, looking at the wheels, look decent. Brake pad, and I forgot to get the other side. I'll have to walk back. Right. Top from the side here, and let's get some more readings. 4, 3.5, 4, 4. So it seems like 4 to 5, 5.5 seems to be the normal reading. Then we get some higher ones. Here the filler cap doesn't stay secured. Just kind of bounces right back in, doesn't lock into place, and then the little pigtail for the cap is broken too. Man, look at this. All right, 4, 3.5. I may have to move this the car inside because I can't keep up with the dust. All right. Tire, Toyo, rims look good. Shot of the brake pad and the rotors look decent. And yeah, I don't remember getting the other side, so let's take a look here. All right, brake pad. And then the left side. Brake pad looks decent, just a little bit of wear on this one here. And then there's that shot right there. All right. I'm going to still stay out here as long as I can, but at some point I may have to go in. I prefer to shoot everything out here in the natural light. I'm going to walk over and do a startup, and that way I'm going to give it a couple of revs here, and we'll check for any smoke coming from the tailpipe here. Got everything in position there, and here we go. Camera moved on me here. Here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start up the car so that way you can experience what I am. The lights, the instrument cluster should all illuminate once I get in that on position. All the fault lights should illuminate, like the airbag, check engine light. All of them should turn on, and I'll be looking at that video later. And then they should turn off once the vehicle does its self-diagnosis. So here we go. Out mileage is 60,037. Okay. And then there's all our lights there. Okay. And foot on the brake, and then here we go. So I just want to stay quiet there for a second here, just so we can listen for any noises. I didn't hear anything abnormal. Starting was semi-healthy. I've already ran the battery test. The battery still shows it's good. Starter and charging system were no issues that came up when I ran the report. And I've got a printed copy of that as well that I took a photo of for you. Let's see, just looking at the quick gauges here. Coolant, I'll have to watch that. What I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to let the car idle for about 10 or 15 minutes while I look at the rest of the car. But before doing that, we're going to take a look at the engine bay area. The rear spoiler light's on, so let me see if I can lower it right now. Alright, so I'll see if that's in the down position because that light is staying on. And let's go ahead and walk back there. Yeah, so it is down. The light's still remaining on. And I noticed that too when I first got in the car before I even messed with anything. But going here in the engine bay area, everything looks nice and tidy. Don't see any signs of wrenching here, which can be an indication that the deck lid's been removed. I'm not seeing that. I'm not hearing any abnormal noises, so I'm going to stay quiet here for a little bit. Alright, so I'm just hearing a nice humming noise here. I've already got a nice clean shot of the engine belt when it was off idle. I didn't see any cracks there. I pulled the oil, looks fantastic. Didn't see any signs of cross-contamination. Right, coolant looked decent as well. Hoses, the ones that I could feel, still feel decent. Check the hydraulic fluid as well. Right, and again, I've already ran the video earlier. I still need to review. What we don't want to see is anything white, blue, gray, or white. That all means something, right, internally, and hopefully it just came out nice and clean. Condensation is something that we can live with just as long as that clears up. So again, I'm going to let it run for a while as I check the rest of the vehicle.